Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I have got a continuation of one of my last videos, which was my least favorite shades in all of my palettes, or well, most of my palettes. And this is going to be the more positive end. This is going to be the best shades, or my favorite shades, or if I can pick a favorite, it's going to be my most used shade. So I'll kind of pick and choose as I go what way I want to pick my favorite shade of the palette. It depends on the palette and how I'm feeling. This was supposed to be done, this video and my next video, my Hooda ranking video, was supposed to be done before Christmas, but I got so sick, like so sick, it's not even funny. And I'm still kind of sick, if that makes sense. My tonsils feel like they're like that size right now, so yeah, not fun. And you can probably hear my voice, it sounds a bit hoarse, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I finally feel better. Like, I don't feel ill now, but I was so... never slept so much in my life. Didn't eat for 3 days. It was great. So yeah, that has been my Christmas time, which was fabulous. My Christmas was really good though in general, but like still. So I'm going to basically go through each one of my shades. I'm going to pick out my favorite shade in each palette, and we're going to see at the end what my favorite color palette is, apparently. Because in my last one, it was kind of, I'm going to leave it linked down below, but it was kind of like a neutral palette with a pop of blue. It was my least favorite color scheme, which kind of makes a lot of sense for me. So yeah, we're going to see how this one looks, and let's get on with it. So I'm going to do it in the exact same order of palettes I kind of went through my old video, and going to do it exactly in the order that I did my last one. And I'm going to start off with my little MAC Dusky Rose ×9, which looks like this. It's very pretty. It's actually a lovely little palette. I have been using this a lot recently, actually. My favorite shade in this palette might surprise you, but it's actually this like matte neutral brown sort of color. It's like, I don't know, it's just very pretty. I don't know, this one right here. So it's kind of just like a cool tone brown, mid-tone as well, but it doesn't lean on the green side. It's more of a, let me just adjust my mirror, it's more of a just like a true brown with like a kind of cool toned undertone to it. It's just very nice. I love this. This is the kind of brown that suits me a lot more so than say your warmer browns. So yeah, that is the color from that palette that I like. And you'd be surprised because like the shimmers in this are beautiful, but I always use this one and I love it. I love it. Next up, we are going to go on to our sleek palettes. I've got 4, and I'm going to do them in the exact same order that I did them in the last one. This is the Del Mar palette. I'm going to take my little thingy out so I can tell you what shade it is. And I think, honestly, I think my favourite shade in this palette, only because of how it blends, is so nice. And any look I've done with this colour, the look has turned out really nice. And it's this pink shade right here. So, right there. He's very nice. There's my camera. Hi. So it's right there. It's just like a soft pastel, kind of warmer pink. It is the shade Feel Euphoric. Do a nice little swatch. Just so you can see. And it's not like, I wouldn't say it's the opacest pink, but I kind of like that about it. Like, it is really nice and pigmented, but it's not the most like bright neon pink ever. It just gives a nice, like, a lovely blend. It's just, it's a color that I actually picked this palette out to use to blend other colors a lot more than you would imagine. So it's a really, really nice color. And also a lot of the browns and stuff, like the neutral browns, and that is actually really nice as well. But that pink is so nice. Next up, we've got the Vintage Romance, which is another one of my favorites from Sleek. This is our like purple and gold palette, and it's just beautiful. My favorite shade in this palette is, what is it? I think it's gonna be this one. What's it called again? Forever in Florence. If you go through a few of my looks where I've used this palette, it's usually this color that I use from it. It's this one right here. It's a really nice kind of really dark aubergine, and it's one of those that's matte with a bit of sparkle in it, but you don't really notice the sparkle, but it comes out way more purple like on the actual skin. It's just so pretty and quite pigmented, if I do say so myself. It's just a really nice aubergine kind of colour. Very nice, lovely to deepen up purple looks. It doesn't go too, you know, burgundy. It doesn't go too, it's like a true purple. It's really nice. I'm going to try and fit them all on one arm if I can. I'm probably not going to succeed in that, but I'm going to try. Next up, we have got the Sleek Original palette. And I think I said like my least favourite was like the blue or something, one of the blues or something like that. I think my favourite shade in the palette, I think just for the general uniqueness of it, I'm going to go for this like really deep shimmery teal, this one right here. It doesn't even really look teal, I'll show you now. It's almost, actually no, it's almost like a navy teal, you know what I mean? It's that kind of colour. It's just a very odd colour and I really like it. And the shimmers in these palettes are so good. They blend so nice. But yeah, I quite like that. I think that's really interesting. Like that would be nice over a black base. Just blending it out into like cooler grey tones. It'd be so pretty. Might do that actually. Might bust these palettes out for a video. Be nice. And then the last one for Sleek is the Acid palette, which is notorious probably in the beauty world, or well, it used to be anyway. It's our gorgeous neon palette from Sleek. And it does glow in the dark. Well, particularly like these four in the middle, and this purple here glows in the dark, but these four in the middle definitely do, or well, they glow under UV. And my favorite shade in the palette, probably because of the kind of color that it is the neon yellow. Now these all obviously work better with a white base under them, because of the nature of a neon pigment. It's not the most opaque straight away. It's still going to be nice and bright and pigmented, but they need something to really stick to, because a neon sort of pigment will be more powdery just because of the pigments that's in it to make it neon. So I don't know how much that's really going to show up for you guys, but like that's probably my favourite colour because it's just so unique in this palette. Okay, and then next up is our Makeup Academy MUA 15 shade palette, the Cosmic Vixen, which I have yet to actually use on my face. But I've swatched a few times, as I've said in the last video, and I think my favourite shade is actually kind of a boring one. It's this like taupey pink. This one here, like a dusty pink. I love these kind of colours on me because I find I have a weird thing about this. Oh, it's actually so pretty. I have a weird thing about this. It's like my skin tone suits a cooler tone better, so like your taupes and your greys and your silver, but my eye colour suits warm tones better, so like your bronzes and your, you know, warm brown smoky eyes. But I prefer the look of silver tones and grey tones on me, so I love this kind of colour. This one, oh look at that, oh so pretty. It's so reflective as well. It's very nice. I really, really like this. You might find as well, I know I've got a good few mattes here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes here. There is a high possibility that a lot of these will be shimmers, because shimmers are the most impressive colours. You know, they have the most dimension and stuff like that with them. So we'll see how that goes. But that is my favourite one, that kind of taupey silver or pink. I don't even know how to describe the colours. Okay, and we're going to move over brand. We are going on to Urban Decay because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 palettes from Urban Decay, and we're going to start with Naked 3. Let me just take the brush out because, you know, we don't need that. And my favourite shade in Naked 3. What's my favourite shade? I think I'm kind of going to go, well, I mean, to be fair, Naked 3 is like mauvey pinks and greys anyway. But I think I'm going to go for the shade Mugshot just because I love the tone of it. I think it's actually so nice. It's one of those colours that you could make it really dramatic if you want to, or wear it like an everyday kind of colour if you wanted to as well. Oh yeah, he's very nice, very nice. Really smooth as well compared to the one that I picked, which was Dust. Yeah, Dust, which was my least favourite shade, which is basically dust. It just floats away. This one is so much more smooth, so I really like that. Okay, and then next up for Urban Decay, we've got our Full Spectrum palette. It's such a beautiful palette. This one my boyfriend bought me, I think for our first Christmas together. think so. I can't really remember. Yeah, it was our first Christmas together. He bought me this. So I think my favourite shade is going to be, is it that one I'm pointing at? Yes. That one there, the green, it is called Hatter. I was contemplating going for Mean, which is more of a limey green. But this is just such a really nice, unique sort of green. And it's like a satin finish, so it's not super shimmery and it's not super matte either. So it will blend quite easy. It's just a really nice kind of bright green. Let's do another one. Yeah, it's just like a standard kind of green, but in a really good way. Like, it's kind of hard to get like just a standard green that's not too olive, it's not too khaki, it's not too emerald, it's not too limey. It's just like a standard green, and that's a nice one. I quite like it. And then next up we have got the Urban Decay Heavy Metal palette. Also one my boyfriend got me for Christmas last year. No, not last year, the year before last. I can't even keep up with what year he bought me these palettes because he has bought me a few palettes. But this is our Heavy Metal palette. It's an all shimmer palette. It one that pulls out kind of weird like this guy. And my favourite shades I already know in this palette, it's called Glam Rock. It's this silver down here for two reasons. One, it's called Glam Rock, which is like my favourite kind of rock music. And two, it's a platinum silver and it's just so shiny. It's so shiny, I love it. So let's pop you on the arm. Oh yeah, look at that. He's very nice. I should do a silver and green look actually. See, this is what happens when I do these sorts of videos where I start swatching things, like start coming up with colour combos. It's a good thing though, because it means it gives me more content. But like, silver and green, yeah. And then lastly for our Urban Decay palettes, I have got the Urban Decay and Game of Thrones collaboration. Inside this palette you have got your very own Iron Throne. I feel like I'm trying to sell this palette to you guys even though it's not available anymore. It is a very, very stunning palette. I semi-discussed my issues with the last season of Game of Thrones. I'm not going to get into it because I'll start getting angry and going on a rant, which no one wants to hear from me because I've said it many times to people who know me. Anyway, I'm between, I would say, 3 shades in this palette. So I'm currently between Stormborn, The Sight, which is a green, gorgeous emerald green, and Winterfell. Because this is the most stunning shade. Oh my god. Oh, and Hard Home I do quite like as well. He's lovely. Okay, after deliberating with myself, I have decided on Winterfell. It just has the most unique shimmer for that kind of a colour. So it's like a antique-y gold. Now I will say it's quite flaky, so just be careful when you're dipping your brush in. If you do own this palette, which you probably already know yourself because it's out a long time and you've probably used it, you know. I'm just going to pop that over there before I drop it. This one here is the most beautiful antique gold. And it's just such a unique sort of gold, and the shimmer on it is so unique as well. It's very nice. I really like that. You'll notice a theme going on here. There's not too many browns, like 1, 2, 3 browny kind of colours, and you could count that maybe as a neutral. A lot more colour in this colour palette so far. Okay, and next up we have got Hooda Desert Dusk palette. This one is a lovely palette. I have brought this away on holidays, just this palette, and it has done me some good. I really, really love the colours in this palette. And what's my favourite one? I think in my last one I picked Royal. That one there. I think I'm going to go, and I haven't actually really used it too much. I have used it a couple of times, but not as much as, say, I use like Ode or whatever, how you pronounce that. Or say like Eden. Obviously I kind of tend to use them more as like my deepening colours, my darkening colours. But this one I find is just so eye-catching, especially when it's on the eyes. It's really nice. It is Turkish Delight. It's this shimmery red, rusty kind of colour down here. Such a smooth shimmer. And this one's going to go right here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, very nice. Oh, he's a pretty one. So pretty. Look at that. Yeah. So yeah, I really liked that, and I actually lost it there for a couple of days. I only just found it just before filming this video. I went on a hunt looking for it to film this video because I couldn't find it. I was like, where's my Desert Dusk gone? Because I was tidying up my drawers. Well, not tidying, I was putting away some of my makeup. And because I'm going to be doing a full-on reorganize of all my drawers soon, but I want to get some stuff done first. And I was I wasn't in my drawer, and I was like, where the hell did it go? Found it in a bag, obviously. Okay, so I get the feeling that I'm already running out of space, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more shades to go. So let's just continue, and we can go on to this there. It's fine. So I'm gonna go on to my Makeup Geek Stroke of Midnight palette. This was their like Christmas launch last year. Really like this. And I think my favourite shade is going to be the classic. It's going to be this duochrome shade. It's just the most unique in the palette. It's so pretty. And let's get a little swatchy swatch going with this. It just goes on so nice. It's pretty much like MAC's Blue Brown pigment, which everyone probably knows about. Because it has like a brown base, but it reflects like a greeny blue, purpley kind of tones. Very nice, but like the most unique when it's actually on the eyes. It just looks like you put so much work into your eye, but you only put like one shade on, so it's great. Like if you, like say with this palette, if you just took either this brown or this brown here, blend it into your crease, put that all over the lid, a little bit of liner, loads of mascara, like I say pencil liner because that's what I would probably do, like a smoky kind of liner, loads of mascara, pair of lashes even if you wanted to. That's your smoky eye done. You don't need, it's like two shades, that's it. And if you put it over a black base, if you put like a black pencil down or a NYX Jumbo pencil and black bean down, it gives you such a blue-green reflect off it. Oh, it's so nice. Such a nice colour. And the formula in that one is so smooth. It's unbelievable. So smooth. Okay, and then moving on to one of my only Colourpop palettes that's not one I made myself or one that I got in a bundle. This is all like a pressed for you kind of palette, like it's a pre-made palette. This is the Disney Designer Collection. This is the princess. It's not the villains one, which I have thought about buying. I was very tempted at one point, but I didn't. I think my favourite shade in this palette is going to be... I'm going to go with, I think... I'm going to go with Prince Charming. This one here, which kind of looks just like a white or like an off-white kind of colour, but it has this really nice kind of pinky neutral and green reflex, which is pretty cool. I'll show you now. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So hopefully you guys can see that. It just gives this really nice, like, I'm gonna move closer to you guys. Just gives this really nice, like, reflects off the skin when it's on. It's a gorgeous inner corner highlight and actually works with a lot of the colours in this palette, which is really good. So yeah, that is that one. Okay, and then next up is a very fun one. This is the September Rose Slush palette. It is basically a rainbow lover's dreamboat. Look at this. Oh, I am going to start doing some like palette bingos and things like that, and like 3 looks 1 palette with some of my palettes that I haven't done them with that I want to do them with. So if there is one here that you see that you want me to do anything on, like a 2 looks or 3 looks 1 palette or a palette bingo, I do plan on doing that for most of my palettes. Let me know in the comments down below and I will surely get around to it eventually. But this is one that I definitely want to have a go on because I think I get really cool mixed colours. Although knowing my look, I'll probably get like an entire pink row. You never know. I did say in my last one that the blue curacao or whatever, or was it blue raspberry? No, blue curacao was the one that I picked for my least favourite. It's not a bad colour, it's just very hardly pressed. My favourite shade, what is my favourite shade? Ooh, I think I'm gonna go neon pink. I think so. Actually, no, I know which colour is my favourite. It is Sour Cherry. It is this one down here. It's like a darkened pink. I was going to go for this one because I do use this quite a bit. But this one here is such a unique colour because it's a dark pink. It's not like a red. It's a still pink, but it's dark as like a deep cherry colour. And like that is nowhere near the texture of the blue curacao or whatever way you want to pronounce it. Look at how it's still like, it still looks pink to me, especially on my viewfinder. It still looks pink, but it's like dark. It's just so nice. It's such a unique color. It's very hard to find like just a dark pink that's not burgundy, it's not red, it's not dull either, it's still vibrant. So he's very unique. Okay, we're getting there. We only have 4 palettes left. Hopefully this video is not too long. I'm gonna move on to my newest little baby, which is my Mama Mitchell. Me, myself, and Mama Mitchell. I keep saying Mama. I can't stop myself when I start. So this is one where there's 2 different sides. Let me just open it. Oof, you can definitely tell this is well loved. I have used this quite a bit. So you got your 2 different sides here. The color that I chose for my last one was meaty, which it just doesn't adhere as well. It's mostly the reason why. I think, oh, what's my favorite shade actually? I think I'm gonna have to go with Mama Mad, because it's a red and it's very nice. I'm gonna move arms because I don't want to do it onto my elbow. Oh yeah, also please excuse the fact that I can't get the stamp from my New Year's night out off my hand, which is really gross. I actually just can't get it off because my skin stains so easy, and yeah, they stay on my for days, which is great. So anywho, that's evidence that I was out. So we have got, oh, I can never swatch with this hand. Oh, look at that for a red. You ever seen a red swatch like that, especially a matte red? Oh, you can tell I can't swatch with this hand. Get rid of that. Look how bright that is. Look at how bright that is. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, this is much more of an interesting colour story for me. Apparently this is what I would choose. So yeah, that is Mama Mitchell. But yeah, it's such a bright and unique shade. Let me just pop my mirror back in properly. There we go. And then we're on the home stretch. We got 3 more palettes. I've got my 3 Juvia's Place palettes. Now, to be fair, I do have, I think, I have 1 new palette, which is a surprise that my boyfriend got me for Christmas this year. I'm very excited about it. Which I will be doing 3 looks, 1 palette on that. I'll also do a palette bingo, and I might just do like a general like, this is what I think of the palette. Yeah, it's a very, very well loved palette already, and it's only come out recently, so you might already guess what it is. So I do have that, and I have some makeupy bits that I've gotten recently for Christmas, so I'm kind of, this is not my full palette like collection anyway. In my drawer I actually have more palettes, but they're either ones that you'll never get ever, so there's no point in even trying. A lot of people probably don't have them at all, and just ones that I didn't care if I showed them or not. These are the ones that I really wanted to show because these are some of my favorite palettes as well. So yeah, and I couldn't show everything, so I picked these ones out. So yeah, and I will be doing eventually a like makeup collection, but I might do it like section by section. So like, you know, single eyeshadows, eye pencils and brows and all that kind of crap, blushes, highlighters, and do like a video on each one. So let me know what you think of that. So anyway, that was the red. Now we're going to go on to the Juvia's Place, the Deuce. And I think I picked the brown. Did I pick the brown? I'm pretty sure I picked the brown just because it was so stark of a different colour from the palette. I think... Okay, my most used shade in this palette is Berry Mousse, which is this like neutral colour, which is very not me really. It's just the type of neutral that it is. It's just a tiny touch darker than my skin tone. Well, I mean, realistically it's a good bit darker than my skin tone, but when it's on the eye it's only a touch darker. And it just gives enough definition to look like there's something on the eye without it actually looking like you've got shadow on, if that makes sense. So if I want to be super natural, I'll just like whack that all over the eye, do a dark lip and off I go. But to me now, the most unique and one that I think is like kind of makes this palette for me is Mont Blanc, which is this guy here, which you might think I'd go for like one of these guys, but no, this one here is actually such a unique color for this palette. because you would never put a silver in this palette. I mean, to be fair, you'd never put most of these colours in this palette. But you'd never put this silver. Oh no, okay, let me do that again. That did not work at all. Okay, so I have, well, I didn't clean that hand, but I cleaned this hand, the one that I'm going to be swatching with, to get rid of the red, because that was what that was. And I also cleaned that off my arm and let it sufficiently dry, so there's no like tackiness or anything like that for it. Let's try this again with the Mont Blanc. So let's go. There he is. So it looks like a silvery kind of green in the pan. It's kind of like a light gunmetal sort of colour. It's really, really pretty, really unique as well. Especially for this kind of palette. It's actually really cool. Ooh, sorry. Banged off my mic. Whoopsie. So that is the Deuce. Next up is a big favourite of mine, especially from Juvia's Place. This is our Zulu palette. Glorious. We might already know what my favourite colour in this palette is because I rave about it all the time, and it's the lime green in the middle. It's so pretty. I love this palette so much, and I love this green. When I first swatched this green, I nearly fell out of my chair. It's so bright. It's like the perfect lime green. Oh, look at it. Look at it. It's like it's screaming at you. It's screaming at you. Look at that colour little thing happening there. Look at that. That's cute. That'd be cute for Christmas. Like a really obnoxious Christmassy look. Yeah. But look at how green that is. It's so nice. Oh my god. My favourite green probably of all time. Probably of all time. And I do love me a lime green as well. So like that just wins anyway. And then the last palette we have, onto the last one, I have got my Juvia's Place Saharan 2, which was my first Juvia's Place palette. Big favourite as well. I do love this. Okay, so there's two I'm between. Okay, it's the two most unique shades in the palette to me. It is Berber, or Berber, or whatever way you want to say that, and Nomad. I don't know which one to pick. Excuse me while I deliberate with myself. Okay, I have chosen, I have made my decision. We are going to go for Berber, the blue, because I did a look and it was like ice and fire. So I'll probably, maybe not, link it down below. So I basically kind of had this on the lid, and I kind of used these shades here to kind of do the crease and all that kind of jazz. But I popped this like on the inner third, like all the way to it there on the eye, and it was so bright and so intense. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So let's do a little swatch of him, because he is just so beautiful in this palette. He is so bright, so nice, like butter. And that was like still going. That went far. So that is like the most beautiful blue to me. Like it's like a full on like mermaid blue. It's not too teal, it's not too cobalt. It's like some glorious little mix of the two. I really like that, and I really like this colour story happening. It looks like a superhero. I like it. So yeah, that is all of the colours. Alright guys, so this is our little colour story. What do we think? It's way different from the last one. The last one was mostly brown. This one has got 1, 2, 3, 4 neutrals, 5 if you include the light shimmer, but I mean that's not really neutral, it's just light. Mostly colours, mostly darker kind of colours, and like unique kind of bright, like weird colours, which I mean that's me in a nutshell really. I really like it. I quite like this palette that I've made. Yeah, I do. I really like it. I think it's really cool. I'm very excited to kind of do some colour stories, colour combos from these colours now that I've put them all together, and I like how they look. I really like that one. That's really, really cool. It's like a superhero. I love it. So this is my little colour palette that I love apparently. Either my most used shades, my favourite shades, my most unique shades, the ones that like catch my breath every time I use them or look at them or swatch them. These are the ones that I always tend to go for. Yeah, I really love all of these colours. I love all my palettes as well, but like I love all these colours. These are pretty. So yeah, I would either love to see other people that subscribe to me. You can guys let me know if you've done this kind of tag. I love seeing other people's like palettes that they choose. I like seeing what people love to use. And or if you've done the least favorite ones, I want to see that too, because I want to see what you don't like too. But I thought this was really fun. I just think it's really interesting to see. It kind of shows a lot about your personality, especially your makeup personality, doing this. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, if you did like this video, then give me a big thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite palette of all of these palettes? So if you have any of these palettes, what's your favorite, and what's your favorite shade from said palette? Yeah, and what your color scheme would be, you think, anyway, because I assumed mine would be quite weird and bright and have some random kind of colors, and I think I was quite pretty close. So yeah, and also hit subscribe down below to see more videos. I do have my Hooda the mini obsessions palettes ranking video coming up soon, at some point hopefully. I just want to get this up first, and yeah, also happy new year guys, I forgot about that, completely forgot. But yeah, I will have my ranking video up soon, because I did also plan on doing that before New Year's, but I mean, I was on my deathbed, so you know. Yeah, so that's gonna be coming up soon. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.